James Twin for the untouchable true school sports. Let's go, baby. Bow!
Be careful what you wish for because it can become a reality.
Yeah. The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I'm doing another video for that Riyadh Supercard on February 22nd. So as I said in all the other ones, because I'm not a hater, even though I will stand on my points about boxing in Saudi long term. Shout out to Turki Al-Sheikh for making a great card. It's not a big deal to give another man credit when he does something that's worthy of praise, so shout out to him. But as far as one of the fights on the card, one of the fights that's not getting talked about as much that is a really good fight, this fight really could have been in England, honestly, and I think it would have sold good tickets, you know? So, yeah, Callum Smith, Joshua Buatsi, really good fight. You know, Callum Smith, we haven't seen or heard really anything from him since Arts Better Be beat the brakes off of him earlier in the year and put on a boxing masterclass before he stopped him. Callum Smith's been an interesting fighter because, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion, you know, he's a good fighter. Obviously, he has accomplishments that are worthy of praise, but I've always thought that Callum Smith is one of the more overrated fighters from the UK. Became champion, yes. Became Ring Magazine champion, yes. But every fighter that he's fought in his career that really punched him dead in his mouth, that came to fight, like John Ryder, who I thought he lost to, like Beterbiev, like Canelo, anybody who had some physical strength that could push him back and had any sort of volume or power to go with it, he shelled up, and he didn't fight really well against those guys. So I've always thought he was overrated just because he's made a living off of knocking out guys that can't match him in the punching power department, that are pillow-fisted themselves, like Mateo Baralik and Lennon Castillo. But again, not to diminish him, I'm not trying to diminish him, but that's just my perspective of Callum. Good fighter who's overhyped. Now, Joshua Buatsi, you could probably say the same thing for him, but for different reasons. He's overhyped because he's made bad business decision after bad business decision, and I think this fight right here for him more than Callum Smith, because Callum Smith, he's damn near out the door. He's ready to go. You can already tell from the Better BF post-fight interviews and stuff. He's ready to retire from boxing any day now. So it's up to Buatsi to put him out of his misery and do that. Buatsi, it's bigger for him because his career has been marked by, you know, not really progressing that fast. You watch him fight. Like when I watch Buatsi fight, and I remember years ago when he was with Eddie Hearn, I've always said this. I thought that years ago, probably 5 years ago, I said this in a video, that I think that Joshua Buatsi was the most talented fighter on Eddie Hearn's roster when he was a matchroom fighter. That's how highly I class his skills, because he can do a little bit of everything. You know, he's got punching power. He can fight on the inside. He can counter punch. He's got everything. He's got everything in the ring that you'd want. He's to me, one of the most complete fighters from the UK that I've seen in a while. And my prediction shouldn't even be it shouldn't even be hard to predict. What I'm going to tell you guys is my prediction. My prediction is that Joshua Buatsi is going to beat the brakes off Callum Smith. He's gonna beat the brakes off Callum Smith, and this will be Callum Smith's last fight, and he'll probably go into retirement. That's what I think, because the way he was talking after the Better BF fight, it just sounded like that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to retire from boxing. Sounded like that he's content with what he's achieved, which, you know, fair play to him. He's achieved a lot in boxing. Ring Magazine champion, super middleweight champion, you know, had some big nights in Liverpool, highlight reel knockouts. You know, he had a career that a lot of fighters would love to have, you know, so he can be proud of himself. But I just think, like Boyz II Men says, you know, although we've come to the end of the road, it's the end of the road for him. I think it's the end of the road, and Buatsi should beat him. The only way Buatsi doesn't beat him, because Buatsi's going to have an advantage in the speed department. I think he has an advantage in I wouldn't say he has an advantage in the punching power department. Callum Smith has the advantage there, but in terms of, you know, fundamentals, he has the advantage there. He has the advantage damn near everywhere but punching power. But if there's an advantage you want to have as Callum Smith, that would be the advantage you want to have in the punch power department, because we know Callum Smith can punch. It's just, can he land this shot? Does he have the know-how? Does he have the know-how to land the punch on a fighter of this caliber? Because if you look at Callum Smith's big knockouts, like the ones that have made people hype him up, they've never really been against elite upper echelon competition. It's always guys like Mateo Baralik and Lennon Castillo and these kind of guys. You know, the better fighters, he has to knock those guys out. So even though he's got dangerous punching power, he doesn't have the world class like IQ or know-how to land those shots on the world class fighters. So that for that reason, I just think Buatsi's gonna have a really good performance here. And I think people really they love to overrate Callum Smith. So I think people who aren't paying attention to Buatsi, this is going to be the fight where if Buatsi performs how I think he's going to perform, this is going to be the fight where people finally say, wow, this Buatsi is really, really good. We need to pay attention to him, which they should have been doing already because he's had some good performances against some good fighters. You know, he had a tough outing. He had an entertaining fight and a bit of a tough outing his last fight against Willie Hutchinson. But Willie Hutchinson's awkward and crafty, and I think he gives a lot of guys problems, but he still found a way to beat him and beat him pretty convincingly. So I just think that this will be a statement performance for Joshua Buatsi. Callum Smith's best chance to beat a guy like what's his name, Buatsi is to land that big left hook that he loves to land. Land that big left hook, land something of consequence. But again, that's going to require knowing how to set it up, that world-class know-how, that world-class boxing IQ, which, in my opinion, when he's fought the world-class guys like Canelo, like Beterbiev, and even on a lesser level like John Ryder, he's consistently shown that lack of know-how. And that's not me putting him down. Like I said, he's had a great career. He won the World Boxing Super Series. He beat George Groves. You know, that was a good win. You know, I can't hate on Callum Smith. He's over, in my opinion, he's slightly overachieved in boxing, to be honest. But he's not Buatsi. Buatsi's coming from that a deeper amateur pedigree, deeper skill level. And I think right now, just when you look at the stages of both of their careers, Buatsi is the fighter that has more to fight for. He's hungrier. Like Callum Smith, he's achieved some great things, been Ring Magazine champion, been lineal champion, gotten a Canelo payday, fought one of the best fighters in the world in Beterbiev. Like he's done a lot of really cool stuff to be proud of. And you know, I think he's just more content. Buatsi, I think, is the hungrier guy. Or at least he should be. I'll tell you this, if Buatsi can't be the hungrier guy in this fight, then Buatsi needs to get out of boxing because how can you not be hungry to fight, you know, one of the biggest names from your country in the division, in Callum Smith. So, you know, those are my thoughts on the fight. What do you guys think? Do any of you guys out there think I'm crazy and do you think I'm underestimating Callum Smith? And by the way, I definitely am. I've always, like, Callum Smith to me is a good fighter, but not what people like to make him out to be, you know? That's just my opinion. But leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. For more great boxing content just like this, make sure you guys click right over here.
Keep watching my boy BT put on the best interviews out here.